Boy, a good boy. Guys, welcome back to the farm. Buddy says hello, right? Welcome back. It's a gorgeous day here on the Stony Ridge. Buddy deserves to be petted. He's done so good today. I don't think he feels very well, to be honest with you. Um, are you okay, buddy? I don't think he feels very good. We're not going to bother him too awful much, but what a gorgeous day. You want to come say bye to everybody? Everybody loves you. Come here. Everybody loves you. Give him a shaking hand. Give me an old handshake. Good boy. Want to sit down? Want to sit down? Yes, and the handshake. That's good. Okay, you can go to bed. Go ahead. Go to bed. Like I said, I don't think Buddy feels very good. Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Mic check. 1, 2. We got to hop in Big T. I just got done mowing over here, and we're going to hop in the TYM T1104 and run up and grab the four-wheeler. Been a busy day today. Very busy. Thank goodness. Beautiful weather. Look at that sunset. Cannot complain about that. Gorgeous, gorgeous weather. As you guys come in the door, please hit that like button. It helps the channel, believe it or not. If you like these live streams, I encourage you to subscribe. This is live, real time. And happy Monday night. Typically, I'll put a regularly scheduled video out on Monday, but the weather and time has been short, so I don't have a video to put out. So tonight, it's you and me. We're going to drive on up here to the Mega Shop where I've got the ATV. We'll hop on the Honda, the Blue Bacan, and we'll drive up here and then hop on the red Honda. I don't even have the hay bale hooked up yet. It's been a busy, busy day. But I did manage to squeeze in a little bit of time with my neighbor, which was pretty awesome. So, good afternoon. I can hear you. Yes, can hear you on the mics. Good deal. Thank you, Denise. I ran into my tripod earlier as I was filming. I was messing with my phone and ran into something. Any of you guys ever do that? Okay. I just put this thing down. How'd I get it back up? Go back up. This is the first time using it. Oh, button. There we go. We got the knowing and the doings and the smartings of things around these parts. All right. I'm going to let my bat wings down. You guys can see that. If I don't let them down, they'll fall down on their own. And whatever is beside the mower will be what gets crushed. See something right there that's not supposed to be there. I've got one more little pasture to mow, and I totally forgot that I had to mow that. I'm doing a little catch-up from fall mowing. We got to let that turbo cool down just a few seconds here before I shut the tractor down. Try to take care of it the best I possibly can. It's a beautiful day in Roanoke also. Yeah, Ernie. Roanoke is about an hour north of me, Roanoke, Virginia. Columbus, Missouri is in the house. Mark says, good day. Well, good day. What am I going to do here? What is this tag on the ground? Why is there litter? I picked up litter all day today. Litter and trash and stuff that was in hay bales. I don't understand it. Litter, garbage, beer bottles, cans, and none of them were mine, which is no fun. I mean, all work and no play, right? All right, we're on the Blue Bacan and we're headed on over. You guys want to see more videos on this truck right here? This is a pretty cool old truck that I picked up. I got it back running, but it's not running very well. It did good enough to do some donuts in the driveway, but not that good. I've still got a lot of work to do to it. Oh, thank goodness this thing started. I got a video coming out in the next week or so. This four-wheeler needs a new battery so desperately. You'll see me jerking here in a minute, shifting. Every time I shift, it kind of jerks. I'm going to put my shades right there. This is a True Work shirt. True Work is the brand. You see me in it all the time. I love these shirts. They're great. I did have to go up to a 2XL. Doctor says I'm retaining food. Oh. Okay, will you please shift? Here we go. And shift. Something's up with this four-wheeler. Here it goes again. Ugh. I think it's the electrical. That's all I can think of. Anybody else have a Rubicon that shifts really hard? I just don't like it. I like to shift when I want to shift. I don't want an automatic four-wheeler. All right. Oh, big bump. Oh! Man, you can't complain about days like this. It is so pretty out here. Okay. Like I said, it's so loud. That four-wheeler is loud and obnoxious, actually. The other four-wheeler we're getting ready to get on, this is the Rubicon. It's a Honda Rubicon. But I think since the battery is really low on it, it's not shifting like it should. So we're going to pop a new battery. That's going to be some work. I also broke the rack. Let me show you guys. Don't ever buy this crap. I thought I was buying the right thing. I had some Calving racks on here, and that's the brand of this. This is a Titan rack, and it has broken the weld there, here, there, and there. It's just about to completely fall apart. The only thing that's holding it on is two pipe clamps right there. So this thing is going off, and I'm going to reach out to the company actually and see if they'll send me a refund on that. That should not be. That's a Titan rack. Titan is known for China. Titan is China brand. So, most things are made in China now, but I don't know, with all what's going on in our world of politics, I don't know if that'll be the case very soon. These sunglasses are going to get on my nerves. Let me put them over here. Put them in the seat so I don't forget them. There we go. It is just winter weight. Have you stopped working out? Henry, it's just getting fat. I've been eating out a little bit more, and I think that's what it is. I've been eating later and later, and eating a lot later and later, and I think that's what it is too. So I've been, I lost like 85 pounds. And if you want to be proud of yourself, you got to gain a little bit of weight so that you're proud of yourself for losing it, right? So I think it's just like you said. It's kind of winter weight. Sounds like the shift motor. There's a shift solenoid on that machine, and it could very well be that. I'm not positive. I don't know. It tends to, I never really drive it long enough for it to get hot. So I would say it tends to do it more when it's cold, but it doesn't really seem to matter. I think it's a battery issue, totally. On your rack, you get what you get buying Chinese junk. Everything's Chinese. Find me a made in America, affordable made in America rack. I mean, the Calving on this four-wheeler is made in China. So we can't get away from it. And I ain't paying, maybe one day, I'm going to do a video about this one day. I'm not paying $2,000 for a socket set. I don't care where it's made. It could be made by Rolex. I ain't doing it. I'm just not going to do it. And I think that's the expectation, that we buy American and we pay through the nose. And that ain't right, man. I can't afford Snap-on stuff. I can't afford Mac tools. I can't. My neighbor's a Snap-on guy. Love him to death. Great guy. Great, but I can't afford that crap. I got 2 rocks I got to throw out here in the pond real quick. 1, 2. All right, you're going to hear me rant. A little more Stony Ridge rant for you. We've got our mechanics duped into thinking that they have to buy a $30,000 toolbox and $30,000 worth of tools in order to be a good mechanic and not be picked on by the other mechanics in the shop who all have Matco and fancy schmancy tools. I'm gonna tell you what, I don't have any fancy schmancy tools, and I can get by and get the job done, and I most certainly ain't paying $2 grand for a stupid socket set. They're all over Facebook Marketplace, used, use Snap-on stuff, use Matco tools, all these fancy American tools, toolboxes. Hang on, a little bit loud. You hear me ranting about tools. Toolboxes that mechanics bought because they thought, well, I need the best of the best. And then they go bankrupt because they're in debt for their tools and they're making payments on a toolbox. How many of you have done it and regret it? That's what I want to know. Has anybody gone and made payments on their toolbox and tool set and been happy that they did that? I'm sure they're better quality. I know they're better quality. I know they are better quality. There's no doubt in my mind at all. But I ain't paying $40 for a screwdriver. I'm just not going to do it. I mean, if that's what buying American means, I ain't buying it. So, I don't know. There's the rant. I was blaming my dryer on my clothes shrinking, but my refrigerator's doing it. Your refrigerator makes your clothes shrink? I buy Harbor Freight tools, Daniel. Now, I will say that some tools from Harbor Freight are okay. I will say I own some Harbor Freight tools. The average Joe can get by with some good Harbor Freight tools. I do prefer Northern Tool and Equipment, and I prefer Milwaukee tools, stuff like that, versus, you know, some off-brand that I really don't know or don't trust. But I do believe that there's just simply no way I'm going to go into debt. Like, I'm going to outfit my shop. I asked some questions in a video recently, like, hey guys, I'm going to outfit my tool area here. What do you guys think I should get? And a guy messaged me, nicest guy in the world. I appreciate the message. And he told me about the Matco toolbox that was $13,000. No, not this dummy. I'm sorry. No, not this dummy. I'm not going to do it. I just can't do it. It's a toolbox with drawers. It's got roller bearings in it. It come from China. Them China roller bearing. I'm not going to do it. So, Kim Peterson says, I have done it and I regretted it. Sold them for 10 cents on the dollar. Amen. Amen. Now, yeah. Amen. Let me back up here and hook up this hay bale. These cows are coming through the woods over here thinking I'm going to feed them over here because I'm angry Stony Ridge ranting. Tell me what you think, though. It's inspiring conversation, I think. There's no reason. If I can buy that Honda right there, and Honda is a Japanese company, that Honda, I do believe, is made down in Georgia. I'm fairly certain. And no way I'm going to pay 3 times as much for a made in the USA. A Polaris, I think, is made in the USA. No way I would pay $9 grand for that Honda and pay 28 grand for a Polaris. So how on earth can we justify a Milwaukee tool set versus a Matco tool set and the cost be 10 times as much? I don't know. Josh, in my possession are much Craftsman old tools. We'll mail them at cost. Let me know what you desire. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it, buddy. Man, I got a pile of tools in there, but I don't have any fancy schmancy $2,000 socket sets. Ben, shoot me an email. I appreciate that offer. That's really, really nice. If anything, if you shipped them out here, I could help a young man get a start on having his own tools. It's super expensive to ship stuff, though. But I've got a bucket in the shop, and if I've got duplicates of tools that I'm not going to use, I've got a bucket set to the side for a young man or young woman for their tools. So Dave says, buy what you can afford, bottom line. There's what you can afford, and then there's showing off. Isn't there? There's what you can afford, and then there's showing off. There's riding a Geo Metro or buying a Lambo. There's showing off. But mechanic schools don't have young mechanics convinced that they have to go spend $30,000 on a tool set. Do they? They don't have them convinced that they have to go buy a Lambo when you get your driver's license, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, that's it. That's my rant. You hear the cows? Hey, kiddos. Don't know why y'all coming over here, because the food ain't gonna be rolled out over here. Let's get hooked up. Let me know if my mic's working good for you guys. I've got my wireless mic on right now. You should be able to hear everything I say, even though I'm not right up there next to the camera. My cows have been spoiled rotten and currently are spoiled rotten to the tune of good old Jumper jumped the fence the other day. If they don't have their premium hay all rolled out for them just perfect, then they're getting antsy. What does that tell me? They need to move. They need to move out of this pasture. All right, watch me mess this up. Oh, baby, come on. Come on here. Come on now here. Oh, ain't gonna get it that way. Hey, bud. There's Big Bud. Come on over here and get your food first, Big Bud. Oh, we do it right, cause we do it twice. That's what I'm talking about. Do have an ATV repair video coming because the brake is not working properly on this one either. And it's my fault because I use stuff. It's Playful Monday, isn't it? Josh, what's the best way to keep rust off your tools? Keep them out of the rain. I don't know, brother. Brother or sister? I didn't see the name. I don't know. Keep them in the toolbox. Wipe them down when you're done. That's super important. Learned that as a young man. Taking my auto mechanics class from Mr. Amos. Still remember his name. Wish I would have paid more attention in his class. Hey, Bud. This is Big Bud. You guys don't know who Big Bud is. Hey, Big Bud. Hey, what you do? Need a little spritz today? Get it right there. A little spritz there. A little spritz here. Yeah, a little booger spritz. The price of your tools don't make you a good mechanic. Amen, Brady Jones. Amen. Amen. In fact, it could quite possibly be the opposite. I don't know. There's a fine balance between buying good tools and being outrageous. I think the smart thing to do is wait. I get a lot of people leaving comments about me living in a mobile home. Hey, man, I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting for my partner, for my life partner to be with me, to build my beautiful home that I want to live in, and I want her to have a part in building it. So I live in the mobile home right now, and I'm saving up so I don't have to go into debt when I build my final house, which will probably be that barndominium over there we just rode by. Does Greg Judy sell that? Hey, holler. This is called the Greg Judy Bale and Roller. Go to greenpasturesfarm.net. Call Greg Judy, tell him you saw it on Stony Ridge Farmer, and tell him you want the Stony Ridge discount. I don't know that that's a thing, but that's where it came from. Greg Judy. Yep, he sells them. He's got a whole bunch of them. I don't think he sees from the chat from this live stream. What is this? Consider this says, I don't think he sees chat from this live stream. I can see you. I just can't see it all, and if I'm not facing the camera. And I'm going blind. I'm getting old and going blind and gray and getting fat. Yeah, buddy. Golden years coming right up. All right. The only thing that I do like about that four-wheeler we just got off of that I was complaining about is when it does shift automatically, I can hold a camera and actually talk to you guys. That's kind of nice. Aside from doing what I'm getting ready to do. You guys are going to see me do the quick ninja move. How many of y'all are NASCAR fans? I didn't know it, and shame on me for not knowing it. I'm not a huge, crazy NASCAR fan. You don't see me wearing, somebody's hat that has their number on it or anything like that. But I grew up in Martinsville, Virginia, despite my accent. I grew up in Martinsville, Virginia, and I'm kind of a race buff a little bit. And man, the NASCAR guys came to Bowman Gray Stadium, which is 35, 40 minutes away. And we go there I go there sometimes on the weekends. You guys ever see me out there? If you're race fans, come say hey to me for sure. Let's drink a ice cold Badger's milk together. It's good stuff. So last night I was watching the race at Bowman Gray and stayed up a little bit too late. That contributes to that right there. That old food storage tent. All right, I'm looking down in the woods here because I want to make sure the cows are okay. Half of them are over on one side and half of them are on the other side. So I want to make sure everybody's good. Make sure we don't have any babies down there that I don't know about. And all the mamas and the babies are right here. I'm going to turn the camera around just a second so you guys can see what I see as I'm driving through here. Back dual camera. Hey, mama. Gosh, you are fat. You are fat. Don't take offense. Did you already have a calf? You look like you need to have 3 more. Look at the baby. Watch out, butthead. Look out, Cindy. I don't think 22's had her calf yet. There's Cindy and Butthead. Come on, kiddos. Let's go eat. As soon as I turn the camera around, there's nothing to see. Then the cows are acting like they are absolutely starving to death, and they are not, I can promise you. They've been over here lounging, laying around while I've been working all day, slaving away. Got a low bridge right there, a little low-hanging limb I got to take care of. Look at all this hay. I need to be up here eating that hay, man. Gosh. This morning's hay bale was unrolled right there. And we're going to start right here with this one. It is quite rough right here. So since my brake doesn't work, I have to shut the four-wheeler off to hold it in place with the gearing, which is not good for the four-wheeler at all. You guys can see all the pug marks right here. This is, or was, we got an inch of rain the other day. And this historically, this was cleared just last year. If you guys remember, we did this all on camera. We cleared all this. I cleared all this just last year. And there was hardly any grass growing. Now, when it rained, would get a heavy rain and it would start to wash. And that's why we've got all this hay unrolled out here, because it was starting to wash real bad. So I put the hay out, and then the cows came in and they left little pug marks. Pug marks are where the cows' hoofs have been. Well, the magical thing about pug marks is when you have pug marks, you have little ponds. So everywhere a cow has stepped is a little pond that holds water and thus keeps the water from eroding this hillside away. Awesome, huh? Looks like you need to spread some manure. No, the cows are doing it for me. They're doing it for me. But in a situation like this, they're going through a lot more hay. A lot more hay. So it's costing me, about $150 a day to get this hay out. That means 3 bales a day. Actually, today's only going to be $100, so that's not too bad. Not too shabby. Hey, kiddos. It's almost time for supper. Oh, goodness. Sweet. All right, I'm going to put you guys in a safe place as I roll this off because the cows will knock that camera over. And then I'll have to buy a new $1,000 phone. That will not be cool. Vita Udnik says, brilliant. I think so. Hopefully hay prices will come down a little over the next 4 years. I doubt that. I doubt that. I don't know what we're in for. We can talk about that in a second here. I don't know what we're in for. Historically, we'll talk about that. It's not really politics. It's more finance. Here we go. Okay, kids. Woo! Come on. Come on. Come on. Woo! Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. It's bumpy. It's bumpy. It's a bumpy one. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'll have any teeth in my head when we get done. There we go. Now we're talking. All right. I'm coming, y'all. Hang tight. I'm a-coming. I'm a-coming. There's Big Bud making his presence known. Thank y'all for sticking around while I unrolled hay. I appreciate that. New generation Brazilian chainsaw, still MS363. Okay. Joined a little late. Did you say how many calves yet? Well, I haven't said it yet. Hope everyone plants gardens this year, just in case it's needed for any reason. Farming knowledge is invaluable. I agree there, for sure. Willard's, get your... Let's see what Willard's got going on here. What you guys talking about? Happy to see your new babies. Your farm looks great. Thank you, buddy. Unfortunately, under the weather with COVID. Sorry to hear that, man. I will say don't take medical advice from people who aren't medically trained and or can write prescriptions. I know that the gentleman's trying to help you out there by saying to take ivermectin or ivermectin. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a cattle farmer, and I've never taken it. That's it. Okay? That's all I have to say. I haven't. And I know a lot of people really swear by it. Maybe I'm stupid for not taking it. I don't know. But I don't preach that mantra. I just don't do it. Now, is it going to hurt you? I don't know. Is it going to help you? I don't know. That's why I don't tell you to do it, right? And I can't. Legally, as a registered nurse, I can't give you medical advice. I can give you food advice, like don't overeat, because it'll make you fat. And that's what's happening to me. Everybody's coming. Check it out. All the boys and girls are coming through the woods here now. You guys, we're on the wrong hill. That's the problem. So we got 8 new babies now. 8 new calves just born in the last, gosh, I'm going to get ran over here. Over the last few days, over the last few weeks, I should say. I think our oldest calf is somewhere around the 2 or 3 week old mark. We still got more mamas to have calves. As you can see, everybody again is kind of making their way back through the woods from where they just were. I have not seen Spaz yet, but I'm sure Spaz is over there freaking out about something. We may have to do a head count because we may have another calf. I'm looking over here and I see a mom licking her baby in a way that looks like a brand new calf. So I don't know. You guys can most certainly share amongst each other whether you've taken ivermectin and it works. I know a lot of people swear by it. I don't even give it to my animals. Typically, you're going to deworm your cattle twice a year, typically 2 or 3 times a year. And typically what they use is they pour on ivermectin for the cattle. I don't put that crap in my food. I don't put it on my cows. And people, you can make your own decisions with whatever you want to. Just be careful. That's the main thing. So peel garlic cloves, cover in raw honey for 3 months, let it ferment, kills viruses naturally. Viruses die naturally when the pH of whatever it is the virus is in, and wait, let's even go deeper. It's arguable that a virus is a living thing. So we can really go deep. When we get done, Google that. Is a virus a living thing? You know, one of the main reasons that I'm standing right here on this piece of ground is because I am sick of the food system in this country. The reason these cows are here is because I am sick of the food system in this country. The reason I started a farm is because I'm sick of the food system in this country. And also, I'm sick of our healthcare system in this country. And if you meet any doctor or any nurse that tells you any different, please let me know. Because we are a society of treating. I want you guys to look at something when we get done here. And this is deep thought for Farm Channel, right? But I'm a registered nurse, man. I want you to look at germ theory versus terrain theory when we get done here. Learn about that. It's important to know about that. Germ theory versus terrain theory. Germ theory versus terrain. Germ means that germs cause all illnesses. Terrain means you set the terrain for the germs to cause illnesses. Just like this hillside right here is a terrain. If I didn't feed the cows on this hillside, it would start to wash, right? Is that a symptom of the water or a symptom of the terrain? What makes more sense? I don't know. You guys think about it. It's something to think about. My wife and I take it every day, says Brady Jones. I don't know what the efficacy is for taking it every day. I don't. And I don't believe everything I see on TV. And I don't care what the politics, what's going on in politics. I honestly don't. I want my country and my countrymen to be proud American citizens and not be pitted against one another by fake news. And I don't care what news channel you watch. It's about ratings. It's not about the truth. And if you think it's 100% about, I'm talking about 100% the truth. There's one side versus the other side, but there's only one true news. Am I right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Linda Carr said, I had ivermectin prescribed by a doctor when I had COVID. I felt 100% better within 24 hours of taking it. There you go. Now there is what happened with her. And her doctor prescribed it and she got it. Now, I don't know if a doctor can legally prescribe ivermectin for treatment of that illness. I don't know. I have to look it up. So anyhow, I know I've had it like 4 times, maybe 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calves that I can see right here. And we've got more cows coming through the woods back there. So, 3 sides to every story, says Mr. Scott. What's that? The truth, one side and the other side, right? I don't know that there are 3 sides to every story. I think you can believe who you can believe, but you have to really think about what the motivation is for what people are telling you. And I think you just have to sort through that information and figure out, what the best information is for you. So same thing with YouTube, same thing with farming out here on YouTube. I'm getting ready to do a video about my way versus Greg Judy's way versus Joel Salatin's way versus Gabe Brown's way. Our ways are going to be different. Everything's going to be different. It's up to you to study what you think. Just like when I do tool reviews, I don't do it to sell you a tool. If you like it and it's something that you think would be beneficial to you, now you know how it works. And that's what it's all about. Sharing information. I ain't trying to sell you nothing. I don't want to sell you a cow. I just want to show you a cow. Right? Critical thinking says, consider this. My friend, there are a lot of critical thinking skills lacking in this country. Guys, give me a yep. Give me a yep in the comments if you think that. That whole common sense ain't so common thing, I don't know. Give me a big yep if you believe that. Yep. We got a Dave White sends a big old comment here. People need to quit the division just because one side supports one thing and another supports the other thing. Yeah, we need to come together as Americans. I think the majority of Americans believe that and feel that way. Don't you guys? Dave is saying basically, just because you don't believe or support what one person believes or supports doesn't mean that you have to hate that person. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you have to be against that person. You should be able to sit there and have an intelligent conversation and learn and be flexible and grow as a human being, I think. I don't know what you guys think. I'll bet you right now, many people have left this live stream just because I was talking about ivermectin and not giving it to my cows and never having taken it myself. I'll bet you. They're like, bah, I don't want to watch that guy anymore. He's got too much of an attitude. It's not an attitude. It's just sharing my feelings with you, and you should be able to share yours intelligently, not hatefully, not mean, not shove it down my throat, but be real, right? That's it. That's the way I feel. That's why you're watching the channel, I hope. Really is. You guys want to go walk around, check out the cows a little bit? Do a little cow walking? I think so. I think we should do a little cow walking. We've got 8 new babies, and there could be potentially 9 new babies here. It's a pain for me to turn this camera around. The fella, you just saw a car come up the driveway. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but that's Josh. He is my buddy. He helps me with editing. He's coming to help me pick up some footage. We got the National Farm Machinery Show coming up here very soon, and Josh will be traveling with me to the National Farm Machinery Show. So now I'm gonna let you guys count with me. 1, 2 babies there. And we got big babies too. Like this is a big baby. He doesn't count. She doesn't count. So 3, 4, 5. I heard somebody putting out some fertilizer just now. Look at these guys. They're up to no good. You see them? What are they doing? Just having a little talk over there by that rock covered with poop. I wonder what they're doing over here. Let's see if they notice me. Hey kids, what are you guys doing? Doing a little hanging out by the rock? Calves are really playful. You're rubbing some duty on your chin there, bud? Looks like to me. What's over there? What you guys doing? Looks like you're trying to get in trouble. Both of you. Uh-oh. What we got going here? Trouble. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one doesn't count because that's Spaz's sister. Brady Jones says, well, take this. I believe the good Lord is coming back really soon. Brady, I don't know what the concept of really soon is, but I know a lot of people really believe that. So 3, 4. Hang on. Let's see what we got here. One sneak around. I know whose baby this is, I do believe. I think that's Cindy's baby. It's a little browner than the rest. I don't know. I don't want to meet my maker just yet. I got a lot more things I want to do in my life. That's for sure. So I do. And if that makes me selfish, then call me selfish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Spaz is right over here. I think we got a couple over on the other side of the hill. There's Spaz right there, getting ready to run nuts. Yeah, so we only have 6 over here right now. We got a couple mamas and babies over on the other hillside. But we have 8 total. Gochi Video says, beef. Don't be a mushroom. Think for yourself. Do your own research. Make the decisions that's best for you. That's it. That's it. So we're expecting, I have 4 steers, 1 bull, and the rest mamas, and that was 32. So we're expecting 25 calves this year. That's what we're expecting. Some of them are going to be late summer calves. Just depends. Some of these mamas were pretty young last year, and they had their babies fairly late summer. Cows carry their young or their babies in their womb for 9 months, just like a woman, just like a human woman. Hey, kiddo. And some of them are more skittish than others, clearly. Just like Spaz wouldn't dare let me get as close as I am to all these babies. So, good stuff. What's Spaz's future holds, says Patrick Smith. Spaz's future holds a wonderful trip to the sale barn or to freezer camp, where she'll probably go to the sale, to be honest with you. Unless she kind of calms down a little bit. And all these animals aren't going to stay here on this farm. I can't keep every animal that stays here. That's how we make money here on the Stony Ridge farm. That's how we pay the bills. And again, this year's the first year of profit here on the farm. Pretty awesome. Do you ever play guitar and sing to your cows? They get a little freaked out about that. They do. Kevin Gassman says, Justin Fish, how can you research stuff when the information is being hidden from you? I'm tell you what. I had a fella come up to me. We're going to talk about this really quickly. And some of you guys are and I encourage maturity here, but I'm trying to turn the camera around, but evidently that's not working out so good. Here we go. Let's try one more time. I want to have this discussion with you. So I've got some good friends. When I go to the gym, part of me going to the gym every day is to get off the farm, take a breather. You know, basically it's a little bit of downtime that I give myself in the middle of the day. It also gives me exercise. It gets me off the farm, and it works muscles and things that I wouldn't typically work, including this one right here, this big muscle right between my ears. A friend of mine came up to me and showed me, you know, I'm taking some pilot training right now. I'm learning how to fly slowly but surely. Slowly. A friend of mine in the gym comes up to me and he shows me this picture of all these lines all over the sky. And he's like, man, they're spraying us. They're spraying us, man. You see this stuff? And I was like, dude. So I want to know, how many of you guys believe that airplanes are spraying us from the sky, that they're spraying us? And I'm going to talk to you about a principle called Bernoulli's principle, okay? And how air and water molecules react to speed and pressure, okay? And I honestly do not believe in any way, shape, or form that there's something in the air being sprayed all over us. I just don't. I don't. I believe that there has been cloud seeding. They have experimented with that, which is releasing particles into clouds to help water condense together to cause rain. I do not believe that something is spraying stuff from airliners. So what I did, and I will eat my words here, okay? You guys can post a link in the comments there. If you can find a peer-reviewed article that truly proves that they're spraying us from the sky, then please post a link down there. I will look at it. I will read. I will study it. Please do that. And I'm not talking about cloud seeding projects and stuff like that. I'm talking about the conspiracy thought that when you Google chemtrails, it says conspiracy theory of da ba da ba da. I just don't. Being a military veteran, an Air Force veteran, I just don't. I can't wrap my head around that. I just can't wrap my head around that. So I don't. It's not spray coming out of the back of an airplane. It's just not spray coming out of the back of an airplane. Do you realize when you look up there at those water molecules, do you realize they get bigger? It all of a sudden expands because more molecules are sticking to more molecules, are sticking to more molecules, are sticking to more, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it looks like a little cloud stripe. I can't wrap my head around it. And I ain't asking Doug and Stacy, says John. I know Doug personally. I know Stacy. I got Doug's number in this phone. I know him. I most certainly do. But I ain't here to I just can't wrap my head around that. That's all it is. Mikhail said, "Are you sure it's not denial?" I'm sure it's not denial. I'm sure. And I understand Bernoulli's principle, and I think everybody that believes this should look up Bernoulli's principle and think about it rationally, and also think about what they've heard, and if they've heard it from a reliable source. And that's it. So unless you're in the middle of a forest fire and they're spraying water, don't look up. I mean, this is like a 50-50 divided thing. So don't unsubscribe to me because it hasn't been proven to me yet. Okay. I'm not saying I don't believe. I'm just saying it ain't been proved to me. Okay. My brother says the same thing. Number one, it's against federal law to do that, says Tim. I would beg to say that laws have definitely been broken that we don't know about in the past. But I wouldn't say that during certain times when the atmosphere is at certain, and you notice it's like an extra cold day or an extra warm day or a day when the winds at 37,000 feet are blowing at 140 knots. I mean, the more I learn from flying, the more I'm not believing it. Okay. The more I'm learning about flight and about air and about airflow over a stationary object, the less I believe it. So I don't know. Stan says it's called BS. By the way, the earth is flat too. Well, there's a lot of conspiracy out there, isn't it? Read the data that is published, understand how it was generated, and then make your own conclusions. Can't hide anything, really, says WEV. There you go. That's just my take. I don't know. And again, please post it. Don't email me, please. Please don't. Just post it down there. Post a link in the comments and share it for sure. So Kevin says, ask Siri's on your phone. But I'm going to tell you, she's not the end all be all. That's most certainly for sure. So Doug has research superpowers. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. When I showed up to Doug's house, so I've been out to Doug and Stacy's off-grid cabin where they live, and in Missouri, and visited with them. Nice people. Stacy's as good as gold. Doug is just a different guy. He's the nicest guy you'd ever meet. He's just a different guy. I could tell you that me and Doug could handle each other for probably about 15 or 20 minutes with each other before both of us would have to walk away from each other. I mean, and I love the guy to death, and I'm sure he loves me to death. I don't know if he does or not, but yeah, I got nothing bad to say about him. But I don't subscribe to everything that he does or they do. I don't. I just make my own conclusions, I guess, through research that I make. And I don't want to scare people, and I don't want people to think that the sky is falling and things are falling out of the sky that are supposedly hurting us. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to live in a world like that. I'm just not a conspiracy theorist. Now, I am seeing we've had some coyote problems here. Hold on. Ooh, that's a cow. That's not a coyote. That's a coyote. I can hear. Yep, there's one. See it? See it back there? I'll bet you that's 213. Yep. And two babies. Do you have twins? Is that 213? Let's go over there and see what we got going here. Do you have twins or are there two mamas? What's going on here? I'll turn this camera around. You guys take a look. Tell me what you think. No conspiracies here. Are these twins or not? You think this is mama and twins? That is 213. Hey, girl, did you have twins? If you did, we got to mark your twins. And hopefully they're both little boys. So that makes 7 and 8. I think she had twins. What do you guys think? And we're going to watch these two babies and see what they do, if they go to mama or not. If they're both drinking from 213, that's the question. I remember seeing this calf, this baby, because its eyes look funny. It gives you the stank eye pretty quick. I don't think both those calves belong to her. Interesting. Well, nobody's hungry on the Stony Ridge farm other than me right now. I think that is a babysitter cow, Daniel. I think that's what that is. She's been standoffish. She's the most recent mom in the bunch, and she's been quite standoffish. So, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this wonderful live stream. Beautiful North Carolina sunset here. Thank you all so very much. I've got to take that four-wheeler back over, hook up to another hay bale. That way I've got some hay to roll out to these critters in the morning. I thank you all so much. Hit that like button on the way out the door. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, reach over, click that follow button, and turn on the notifications, guys, so you know when I'm going live. I announced this live stream way earlier in the day today. So thank you guys so much. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get the cows to say bye. Woo! Woo! They chewing. They ain't mooing. Take care. See y'all next time. Have a great day. Woo!